into the moon. जिस राह भी जाऊं, तुझको ही चाहूं. हमारा अब से मेरा तू, हमारा मैं भी तेरा हूँ. दिल को जाने ये क्या हुआ, दिल के सपना सा तू लगा. कैसे मैं करूँ बयां, जिस राह भी जाऊं, तुझको ही चाहूं. हमारा अब से मेरा तू, हमारा मैं भी तेरा हूँ. दिल को जाने ये क्या हुआ, दिल के सपना सा तू लगा. कैसे मैं करूँ बयां, जिस राह भी जाऊं, तुझको ही चाहूं. हमारा अब से मेरा तू, हमारा मैं भी तेरा हूँ. दिल को जाने ये क्या हुआ, दिल के सपना सा तू लगा. कैसे मैं करूँ बयां, जिस राह भी जाऊं, तुझको ही चाहूं. हमारा अब से मेरा तू, हमारा मैं भी तेरा हूँ. दिल को जाने ये क्या हुआ, दिल के सपना सा तू लगा. कैसे.
Hello. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is, wherever you're at. This is the What's Next podcast, samzSportz Multimedia Network. All right, it's one of our mini shows across the network. Y'all know we got 2 shows on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, sometimes 2 on Wednesday, Saturday, and we got 2 more in the works too. So we're getting there. Maybe after the day we might have another show. Oh shit. So, but today our special guest. Oh wait, nope. Yes, fuck the regular guys. The special guest, Mr. Dason. Hold on.
Sir,
Nope, did not want to do that.
sir, you told me to be on my best behavior, and here you go with your bullshit.
Sir, you know what I did, sir? My bad. I definitely did ask you to be on. All right, so Mr. Dason, good afternoon, sir. How you doing? Evening. It's now dark outside in most places. So, okay. So, you know me. On the right, hold on. Let's put it in order. Okay, you know me. That's Mr. Ignorant Thinker Podcast. That's my guy, my partner in podcast crime. Under that is El Gordo. That's just El Gordo. We just gonna leave it at El Gordo. We ain't right.
Baltimore resident.
And Mr. Stacks as well. In the comments, we have our other partner in crime, Miss Sharon, is also here with us, and a few other people that's watching. All right, so let me tell you what I do know. All right, I know that Mr. Dason, I believe, started and runs the Level Up mentoring program in Baltimore City. I don't know everything about it. I know what I do know from the outside looking in. So, can we start off by explaining what Level Up is?
Sure. So, I guess I'll begin with myself. Jason Brooks, and CEO of Level Up, which is a 501c3 mentorship based right here in Baltimore City, intent on upgrading and uplifting Baltimore City youth in all facets of life. So we're a holistic mentorship. We offer educational assistance, life skills training, career development, so on and so forth. It would take all day to explain everything that we do on a consistent and constant basis. we partner with a lot of other nonprofit organizations and youth organizations in order to provide the resources and assistance that a lot of kids here in Baltimore City need, which is how I met Mr. Brandon, because I know he coaches the YFL Hawks. And so we kind of did a type of partnership where I was able to get some of my kids to play football. Through my nonprofit organization, I was also able to pay for all of the kids that went to play football, to make sure that registration was paid and all of that stuff. So we make sure our kids are off the streets doing something positive, keeping up with their school and so on and so forth. And then also just putting a positive Black male figure, in their lives, because a lot of the kids here in Baltimore City, or at least a lot of the kids in my program as of right now, do not have that. And we have approximately 85 kids registered and a waiting list of over 200 kids that are looking to get in.
That's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
What kind of services do you provide specifically?
That's a lot of.
Yeah, so we focus in three main areas. So first is the education. So every Monday from 6 to 8, when kids get out of school, we offer tutoring and homework help to kids in Baltimore City. We do it at a few different Enoch Pratt libraries across Baltimore City. Actually tutoring at the Enoch Pratt Library on 32nd Street. But the kids are out there on the computer doing their homework. So that's the educational piece. Along with the education, we also talk to principals. We have approximately 17 to 20 schools associated with our nonprofit mentorship, in which we are allowed to get the kids report cards, talk to the kids' teachers, so on and so forth. So that way we can be that kind of male figure in the classroom as well, because unfortunately there isn't a lot of Black males in those classrooms either. And so we kind of help the kids with their education on the back end, and then also while they're in school. We also work on social and emotional awareness, get into therapy if they need it, and then the recreational piece, which is a big piece of our mentorship services. We take kids on all types of trips all across the state and the country. We go camping, fishing, hiking. We go to Sky Zone, laser tag. If you name something, we've probably done it or plan to do it in the future. But those are some specific. I've worked with a lot of mentorships before, and me personally, I try to do something different with my own mentorship. So we see our kids every day. Typically, the mandated here in Baltimore City and in the state of Maryland is if you're a mentor, if you're registered in a PRP company, which I think I have to point out as well. So PRP is getting paid to do mentorship. Level Up is not a paid mentorship. We're not doing this because we're looking to receive a paycheck. We don't get paid for anything that we do. Every trip that we have, every present that I buy kids, because every kid associated with the Level Up mentorship will be receiving 2 presents this Christmas. And I already told you it's 85 kids, so that's a lot of shit to give away. Every kid that gets a present, that stuff is out of pocket. Out of pocket. Every time a kid says I'm hungry, and we have all boys and they eat like fucking crazy. Like that's all they do is eat. Out of pocket. It's all out of pocket. We don't.
Sorry about that. I guess ain't nobody give you no congrats. We don't want to thank you, man, for feeding those kids.
Round of applause for you for sure.
I see the way you saying it sound like you was going through a lot, man. You mean to tell me ain't nobody come to your program and say, hey, listen, I got this food service or something like that. They ain't try to give y'all no food or nothing?
Yeah, so we actually partner with this thing called Breadcoin, which is a way to feed people in Baltimore City. It's a physical coin, and it's $2.50 per coin. And you can trade that into a few local spots to get food. But typically it's like pizza, and they sometimes get tired of eating pizza every day. But we do get help with the food piece from Breadcoin and a few other donors, but they're like small dollar donors and stuff like that. So we try to use that money more for the trips and the recreational activities, because when kids they like to have something to look forward to. We use it as a motivational piece, right? If a kid knows that he's going to get good grades in school, and by the end of it he's going to be able to go to Six Flags, then that's a good incentive. Then that's the difference between D's and C's and A's and B's.
So as a small dollar donor myself, where would I go donate?
So you can go on our Instagram, Facebook, or on our website. All of the donation information is found there. You can also contact me directly. My email is daysonbrooks77@gmail.com, and Level Up's email is levelupbmore@gmail.com. But anytime you want to get in contact with us, it probably is the best way to do that is through our social media. We are consistent on our social media. We post everything that we do consistently every day. We're posting something new.
And what's the name of the social medias? Is it Level Up?
Yep, Level Up Be More for Instagram, Level Up for Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, all of
Everything is every social media is Level Up Be More.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I seen y'all was at the boxing gym the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I seen that one, and I seen y'all also went to the movies all together with samzSportz as well. So that was pretty cool that y'all did that.
Yep, we try to do as much as we possibly can with Baltimore City kids because unfortunately they are underserviced. There are a lot of mentorships out here. There are a lot of people that say that they're out here for the youth, but if we're being 100%, most of the time they're out here for the money. They do PRP.
I really want to ask you this question. It might be a little dangerous.
Hold on, sir. Hold on to the end, sir. You know we got a whole list of questions, sir. I sent you the list, sir. The list of
I ain't see you get to him. I thought it was a free fall right now. Damn.
No.
You can stop embarrassing me in front of company. You know what you're gonna stop doing.
Okay, sir. So how did you come up with Level Up?
So
hold on. Before you answer that, rewind. How old are you?
22.
At 22 years old. You know what we was doing at 22 years old? Not dealing with other people's kids, right? So now we can get that. So how did you come up with the idea for Level Up?
Okay, so first, I think it's important to note I've been working with nonprofits in a multitude of different capacities since I was 12 years old. I probably worked with over a dozen nonprofits organizations across the state of Maryland. I've worked as administrative, as board of directors, as a volunteer, and so I'm well versed in the nonprofit sector. But working with kids, like that came from my own childhood, not having the best childhood support I needed, the black male support that I required in order to get to a level of success, and kind of recognizing that God blessed me with the right, head on my shoulders to not end up where a lot of other black men are unfortunately ending up. And so I felt like it would be a waste for me not to take advantage of the blessing that God has given me. I'm not in jail. I'm not smoking weed out here on the streets or standing on the corner. I ain't never shot nobody. I ain't never been shot. And I want that to be the primary narrative for people here in Baltimore City, for kids here in Baltimore City, for youth here in Baltimore City. They don't have to end up on the streets or in jail or selling weed, selling dope to feed their families. There is an alternative. There is another way. And all they need is somebody willing and able to show them that other way and to give them the support that they'll need.
That is 100% true.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like at 22 years old to be where you are doing what you're doing right now, man, that deserves a round of applause in itself. And I don't know if you get your flowers often enough, bro, because I know at 22 years old, bro, I wasn't shit. And low key, I'm still ain't shit a little bit. But listen, all I'm trying to do is get better so I can be able to teach somebody else something more than what I was taught. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, like I drive trucks and the young guys, when I go to like Home Depot and stuff like that, they look at me and they be like, man, how you know what I'm saying, do what you do. And I tell them like, go get your CDL. And I show them, everybody that asks me that, I show them how to pass the test to get their CDL. Everybody.
That's what it takes. If everybody did just a little piece, like just like that, everybody themselves a little piece of their knowledge or whatever they have to offer, then Baltimore won't be as shitty as it is. It wouldn't look this bad, right? If everybody just had that little piece of mindset, it would make it so much more. It would make it so much.
All right. So we got who you are. We got how many kids you have. Now we already got Carlson already jumped ahead and went to how can more people get involved. So if let's just say if we couldn't help money wise, how else could we help?
So money is always an important thing. We always could utilize more money. But what I think is even more so important is like say like this, the money will come. There will be people that will see what we do and they'll be like, oh, that's good, yo. Let me put my logo on the next thing y'all do and I give you $5,000. Like that money will come. It's going to be tied to, it's going to have strings attached, but it'll come. The thing that's always harder to come by is positive people that are willing to, get in front of these kids that are doing the wrong thing, that need the help, that need the support. And so if there's anybody that wants to volunteer, anybody that has a story that they need to tell, or that they want to tell, or that they think would end up helping some of these youth that are out in these streets and, don't really have anybody to lean on, don't really have stories to listen to on why their decisions are ultimately the wrong ones. I think just that alone is enough to help change Baltimore. It's enough to help support my program and support these kids that need the support so bad. And then also this upcoming Wednesday at Robert C. Marshall Recreation Center, we're having a Christmas event. We're looking to give away about 1,500 toys, books, shoes, clothes, so on and so forth. Foot Locker is going to be there, and there's a few other nonprofit organizations that's going to be there. The Y is going to be there. And we're looking for everybody to come out. And if there's anybody that wants to volunteer on that day, that would be greatly appreciated, because we're expecting to have a lot of kids. And one of the biggest things that I'm kind of stressing about is the parents, not necessarily the kids, because whenever there's an event where free stuff is involved, they act crazy. Like, they be pushing and this is mine. I seen that first. I want that. So if it's anybody that wants to volunteer to help us out, I would greatly appreciate that.
So, with that being said, hey, we got a show on Wednesday, but the Ravens did lose, Dennis, so I can miss this one, right? I can go ahead and sit this one out because the Ravens lost, and I can go ahead down to the library. So you say the money will come. You said that you need positive influences and people to help out. People that got a story to tell. So do you do you screen people?
Yes, so I do screen people. So first, in order to become a mentor, there's a background check process. There is paperwork and legal forms that need to be signed. So for that reason, we have right now 3 mentors solely under the Level Up mentorship company, and then we have an additional 2 mentors that are PRP mentors. Now, we funnel the kids that require therapy to those PRP mentors. PRP already background checks every person, so there is no need to do a second background check. We just ask for the paperwork from that PRP company, stating that they received a background check and that it was good. So we funneled the kids that require therapy. If you don't need therapy, we're not putting you in PRP. Like I said, we don't give a shit about the money. We're here to help. That's our primary goal. That's our primary focus. And the day that we have to start charging parents is the day that we will no longer be a nonprofit organization, no longer exist. Because that is not what we're here to do. I don't want ever a child's worth to be kind of attached to the payment that a parent gives. I don't want them to think that I'm only here to help them because their mother gave me $25. That is not how this works. I'm here because I want to be here. I'm here because I want to help you. So we do have other mentors. For anybody else that's looking to tell their story, that wouldn't necessarily require additional paperwork. If you're just looking to, get in front of some kids and to kind of talk to them about what you went through and to be kind of a speaker, we can set that up without background checks, any of the additional paperwork, because there will be people that already received those things in the same room.
All right. So,
man, this is dope, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, for real.
So,
can I ask a quick question? No, hold on. With the background check stuff, what's the price range on it? If you was to say,
what do you mean?
Like, to get your background check done in background check stuff done in Baltimore, what's the price range for you to go get it done?
So it depends on what company. So we don't take care of all of that ourselves. So we'll kind of forward you to 3 different background check companies based out of Baltimore City. You give them your information, and then they will email us the background check. One of them I know is $15. The other 2, I'm not entirely sure what the price is. But if an issue with getting that stuff paid or figured out, we can definitely figure out payment on our side and try to get it paid for you, as long as you can assure us that they're not gonna come back with nothing. Like, I don't want you to be like, can you help us pay for this background check so I could be a mentor, and you got a felony on your record that you're not telling us about.
Happened. So, oh, look at this. So, how does your program stand out for other in terms of other mentor programs in the city? Because I know you said that you've been dealing with programs since you was 12. Now you said there's other programs coming to other events and things like that, and we know there's a lot of different programs in the city. Some of them is well known, some of them go under the radar. So how does your program stand out from everybody else?
So that's I like when people ask me that question, because I pride myself on the work that I do and how much time I spend, because I'm literally with kids 24/7, 365, Saturday, Monday, Friday.
J-Mo.
Oh, there's much as many kids I have. I've always got one of them calling me. They call me 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't really matter the time to them. Sometimes they call me just to get on my nerves, be like, "Hey, you want to play Fortnite?" Nigga, you know I don't play Fortnite. Like, why are you calling me? And I
Sir.
That's my program of all of the rest of them. So I think I've worked with like 4 different mentorships before, that were not PRP based. And then I've kind of worked with, not for, probably about 6 to 12 different PRP programs. They're not nonprofits, they're for profits, but I've kind of helped them kind of recruit and get kids. Um, and the one commonality is they all adhere to the standard. The standard is you see your child twice a month for an hour each visit. That's the standard. That's what you get paid for or not get paid for. That is what is required. There is no additional talking to teachers or helping with homework, offering educational assistance in the form of tutoring. There's no doing the conflict resolution piece that we do, or taking kids on trips and stuff, and not requiring parents to pay money if or that much money. And that's something that we offer. I see my kids 24/7. Every mentor in my program is required to see their kids. We are not here to just be the piggyback, the person that they call twice a month. That is not what Level Up is. Level Up is holistic. Level Up is a community. We always say that we have to rebuild the village. It takes a village to raise a child. The village isn't on standby. The village isn't twice a month. You don't just walk in the village twice a month. That's not what the village is. The village is a collective of people trying to build a child, trying to grow a child, trying to help them reach a level of success. And that is only going to happen if we have people that are consistently and frequently working to do that. And so I know that's what sets my program apart from all the other ones, because I have the bags underneath my eyes to show it.
Sir, that is awesome. So I know for sure that you do be with the kids a lot. Now I can't sign off for 24/7 because I don't see y'all on Sundays, but I can name a few. I can name a few. And definitely, like, I can see the difference because is a kid that's in your program that I constantly had to get on him about. He used to come to my house, no shoes on. It's cold outside, sir. Like, I gave him hat and a hoodie. He come back the next day, he ain't got it. Like, what are you doing, son? Like, I just gave it. Like, you got to be responsible for your own stuff. Like, even to the football aspect, like the kids that was playing football before before I knew about you. I don't know when you came into the picture exactly, but before I knew about you, and I can see the difference between now and then. Like, they are focused a little bit more. Some of them still play a lot. Um, but they do respect you heavily. They do look up to you. And at first they was like, my mentor did this, my mentor did it. What, man, your mentor ain't doing all that. Man, go sit down somewhere. And then show up, like, who's that? It's my mentor. Da, da, da. Okay, well, and then lay them down and keep going and going, and then you just there more and more and more and more. I see it. Everybody else don't see it. I can't,
Mm-hmm.
everybody else. But so my last question for you is, what's next in 2023 for Level Up?
So I guess what's next would be just expansion. So right now the Level Up program operates on a mobile mentorship basis, which means we come to the children wherever they may be, whether that's their school, their home, a recreation center, or a library. We take them places and do stuff with them mobily. We just opened up our virtual platform for all of our kids to stay in contact with their mentors and to talk to each other. We're trying to get a level of peer accountability developed, so that way when a kid gets a bad grade, it's not the mentor kind of coming and be like, "Yo, what's up? What's up with this grade? Why'd you get it?" It's the child, one of their peers that's doing that. Saying, "Do you need help? Do you need me to tutor you? Can I help you with this work? Can I help you with your homework?" And it takes some of the responsibility off of the mentor, off of the parent, and it kind of puts a little bit of that responsibility on the child, and kind of gets them to develop some characteristics and some skills that they're going to need for the future. So that's one piece that we're kind of evolving and moving into the new year. But another piece is we're doing this Baltimore under 300 campaign. So over 300 people have died in Baltimore City as a result of Baltimore City violence since 2015. So that's every year 300 or more people are being killed as a product of Baltimore City gun violence. And in the past month and a half, 2 months, I've had two of my kids shot and two of my kids get robbed. And for someone who lives this life, who does this work constantly, 365, that's a lot. And it's a hard, it's tough. It takes a toll. And so I kind of developed this campaign led by some of the mentees in my program, which is structured to let those in positions of political power and great influence know the pain that the youth population in Baltimore City is feeling. In Mervo, parents are let through the back door. Guns are found in school. I literally have a video on my phone right now of a kid getting stabbed with scissors 3 times, and he went to the hospital. And that was sent to me by one of my kids that was on the bus stop when it happened and was afraid of her life. And so that's our primary focus in 2023 is kind of getting those in positions of power to recognize the pain and the strife and the struggle that the youth population is feeling as a result of the constant state of violence that they have to kind of deal with.
Oh, I was
Bro,
muted.
this shit is so, bro. You like, as a kid, I was in a mentor program, and I could tell I was just there because dude wanted to make some money. Like the shit didn't make no sense to me, and I still fucked up. I didn't care because he didn't give a fuck. But programs like yours, bro, is really making differences in neighborhoods. And nobody is talking about this. They talk about the murders, the violence, and everything like that all on the news. But nobody ever takes the time out to talk about programs like this and shine a light on you guys, man. And again, I cannot even say enough, man. I really, really applaud you, man. Even though you younger than me, I look up to you, man. That shit is awesome, bro. For real.
Thank you.
Dennis, he's ready to say something.
I was gonna ask him. Well, sorry, I was gonna ask you about you getting a building.
So that is one of my wishes. I have so many kids, and I burn a lot in gas trying to come and see them all. It would be great if I could get a building, but I don't want to move too fast and end up falling, on my face. Right now, Level Up cannot sustain a building. We can probably get one, but I want to make sure that we have enough funds to be able to sustain that facility, to be able to pay rent, and utilities, and then to be able to staff it if necessary. We have a lot of volunteers, and as I said before, all of our mentors are not paid through Level Up. We have 3 mentors that isn't paid at all, and we have 2 that works with a separate PRP company that we funnel some of our kids that require therapy to. However, if we get a facility that will require people to be inside of that facility, and as much as I love the idea of all of our people not requiring compensation for their time spending with kids, I have to recognize that is still a requirement. People still got to pay bills. They still got to put food on the table. So right now, the biggest thing, I want a facility so bad. I got to make sure that I do it the right way. And the right way comes with funds and money. And as of right now, we're just not at that point. But we do have a meeting with Brandon Scott mid-January. So hopefully, he can push us.
Who's Brandon Scott? Just asking.
Oh shit, that's the man, sir.
I was going to ask, was you politically connected? But never mind. That's the mayor. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So, I do see that you had the movies. You had 2 movie nights, and you tried to get the kids to speak on how they felt about the movie. You had the boxing. And you try to get the kids to speak. A lot of kids don't really like to talk in front of the camera. They record anything and everything they see. All the shit they ain't supposed to record. Somebody tripping and falling in the step, they record it, but they won't speak in front of the camera. So, if you want to do some kind of show or a podcast for the kids and have them talk, we can do that for you. Um, we don't really have no whole bunch of funds we can't donate, but we can do that if you want to go that route. But that's something later on down the line.
Okay.
Trying to talk to Tyon. Tyon want to do a show so bad, but he don't know what he wants to do. He all over the place. So maybe Tyon could talk to J-Mo. And Tyon and J-Mo could do a show. But that shit.
Oh,
Yeah. So, anything else we should know about Level Up?
I guess just know that Level Up is growing. I started a year ago. When we started, we only had about maybe 12 kids registered in the first month. Since then, we have had to restart our waiting list like 3 different times because it just got too big, and I didn't know exactly what kids and what parents were still needing a mentor. And the thing is, I've worked with so many different mentorships all around Baltimore City and with so many different PRP companies that I can put these kids anywhere and everywhere. But the parents don't really want them to go anywhere else. And if you ever get a chance, look at our Instagram page. And I know my own horn, it may sound a little bit narcissistic and self-centered. However, when you look at our Instagram page, you'll see why parents don't want to go anywhere else, why they stick with Level Up, why they want to stay with Level Up. And so just know that we are growing. We will have the capacity soon to be able to take as many kids, require services as possible. But yeah, I guess, that would be the one thing that I would want everybody to know. And then also to reach out to me if your child does need help, because while we may not have space for mentees, I try to help every kid as much as I possibly can. And so if there is a child out there that requires some assistance, whether that be in education and behavior in school, whether they just need a positive Black male role model in their life or figure somebody that can support them and lift them up when they're down, please feel free to hit the Instagram page, the Facebook page, the TikTok page. Email me at daysonbrooks, DAYSON Brooks77@gmail.com, or email levelupbmore@gmail.com. I'll be happy to help.
Thank you for your time, sir. That it? That's it. Yeah, no from Carlos. Dennis Stacks didn't say anything all day. So
all I was gonna say is, man, fuck sounding narcissistic, nigga. Toot your own horn, my dog. Do your thing, man. You out here doing important shit, man. For real. Say that shit. Stand on everything you doing, bro. Don't worry about how it sounds, because honestly, if ain't nobody else doing it and you doing it, ain't nobody else got shit to say about it, man. Fuck them. Say what you got to say, bro.
Hey.
I agree to that, and I also want to say,
hey, that's the best I can put it without going too far.
I also want to tell you, man, just keep being great, all right? Keep being great.
My bad. I was just here taking notes. I was
taking notes. What?
When I'm taking notes, I get quiet. Yeah, I'm trying to soak up what the brother's saying.
He was taking notes in the back of the class.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for your time, sir. I know tutoring is about to get out. But I'll be in contact about Wednesday.
All right, bet.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. See y'all.
Pleasure. I can't take notes.
Sir. All right. So today's show was originally supposed to be what? Dealing with the holidays, the stress of the holidays, right? Yes, the stress of the holidays. Holidays without loved ones. How you get through it. And everything in between from there. And what you mean? What the hell we did? Yeah. So anyway, what we normally do is we have 3 stories. 3 stories from the week from Monday to Monday since last Monday. 3 stories. A lot of things that happened. As almost everybody, he said, "Why can't he take notes?" I didn't say he couldn't take notes, man. It was just the man in the back taking notes. All right, so everybody seen the Megan Thee Stallion Tory shooting foot story is going up, down, left, and right. It's all over the
It's
place
not
right
going
now.
up, down, left, and right for me.
Huh?
It looks pretty clear cut to me.
Sir, there's nothing in life is clear cut, sir.
Well, it's about as clear cut as it's going to look for me.
She said that she don't remember.
She done got caught in 3 different lies, bro.
Sir, she said she don't remember.
No.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell
all right,
y'all
so I
something
have a
real
question.
quick.
If you don't remember, right, then how do you go on Instagram saying Tory shot me, but you don't remember?
That was what 2020.
So again, you have videotape. Social media is you can't. You don't forget getting shot, bro. Trust me. Trust me. You don't forget getting shot. I may forget to fuck around and lock my car door. You don't forget getting a bullet in your ass. I promise.
And your foot,
sir, and your foot.
You gotta use facts, sir.
Well, you don't forget. Well, for me, it's my leg, but you don't forget getting a bullet in your fucking foot.
What the fuck?
Listen, I feel like, in my opinion, I want to wait until everything comes out. Because as of right now, it seems like it's just a bunch of theories being thrown around, whereas though all they're trying to do is create reasonable doubt. And if they create reasonable doubt, then he's going to be innocent. But once all the facts actually come out of what actually happened, then I'll determine my opinion from there.
That's a great way of looking at it, Carlos.
Yeah, that's a great way of looking at it.
And he said Carlos was the one that was slow on the show. That's crazy.
I don't think Carlos was slow. I just think Carlos just has a train of mind that he thinks that's just a little different than everybody else. That's all.
Why he in the woods though? But
that's where he purchased his car.
Also, did y'all see Romeo and Master P?
Master, yeah. That's some shit I don't want to talk about either.
He said that his father been taking all the money.
Yeah, but you saying it now. This is the shit I'm talking about. It's 2022. You saying the shit now like you've been in hiding for fucking 20 years. You've been out here fucking doing verses and all types of other shit. You was just on the fucking did a commercial with your damn dad. You just did a movie with him fucking 4 years ago. Fuck out of here. I ain't trying to hear that shit, man.
He said that was the last straw.
Hey, let me tell y'all something.
Ungrateful ass kids, man. Fuck out of here.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, as bad or whatever has happened between either one of my parents and me, ain't no way in hell I'm about to bash either one of them publicly like that.
Well, that's what celebrities do nowadays. You know what I mean? So maybe he got a movie coming out or something. Maybe it's something about to happen. He's trying to get his name floating around.
Man, fuck all that shit, bro. Like, your daddy had your back when your mama sued you, bro. Your own mama sued you, bro. And your daddy taught you and gave you everything you needed to navigate that. And now you want to bash that man publicly? Like, some shit need to stay behind closed doors. And I feel like that's what everybody get fucked up and misconstrued these days. Everybody want to be on social media and put everybody out and all that kind of shit. But some shit just need to stay behind closed doors.
100% understand, sir.
And I feel like beef between kids and their parents, that shit need to be handled. I don't want to say in secret, but definitely in private. Cause that shit is ass, bro. Like, that's in bad taste, bro. Like, you make your whole family look bad going out and trying to out Master P. I'm sorry, Pierre.
Sir.
Not Master P. Pierre, as a man. You just outed this man. You make your whole camp look bad, bro. And then people like, well, it's a way to heal. It's healing. If it's a fucking way of healing, y'all motherfuckers is rich. Go to therapy.
Hmm.
Social media is not the place to fucking out people, yo.
I agree 100%, and that's why I keep saying, "Fuck them kids." Exactly the reason why I say shit like
Oh,
that. Sitting over there, you want to be on the blogs and
And
shit,
I'm in the woods, but I'm in the woods, right?
talking that shit. Hey, listen, y'all laughing. I'm dead serious, man. Fuck them kids. I'm sitting there talking all that shit. My dad took all my money from me. You could have said this shit 20 fucking years ago. All right, when you was playing fucking basketball in USC. All right, let's be real, man.
Hey, and didn't he just fund the movie that him and his daddy made?
I ain't even going nowhere with this, man. And you in a whole nother. Here's the
Can
crazy
we get
thing:
to
you acting and doing other shit as well.
can we get to the topic at hand? This shit is pissing me
But
off.
then you put you in a fucking movie.
sir. Sorry, sir. My bad, Stacks. I didn't know they was gonna be triggered by that, Stacks. I thought it was just some news and shit going around.
No,
Hey,
man.
look,
Ain't
I hear
fucking
where
with
y'all
making certain
come
movies.
from, but I'm with the total opposite shit, bro.
Oh, I'm out.
At some point, I'm done with the total fucking opposite. You want to pull this? You know what? Fuck that. Black people keep shit quiet too much anyway. That's how motherfuckers get away with. You know how black people have them, little people touch people in their family. Oh, that's a family issue. I don't want to. Nah, out that man or out that woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just sit there and be like, oh, that's a family issue. Keeping it like, nigga, this ain't it. First off, it's money, right? So I guess I can see y'all guys' side because if it's a money issue. But what else are you going to do? Take him to court? Then it becomes public anyway.
Beat his ass.
Like, if it's your bread,
Beat his ass in that
right?
big ass mansion.
I mean, there's that.
I mean,
if we're talking the civilized way, not the other. I feel that too. But if we're talking the civilized way, and I don't know what the allotted amount is that was taken from him. But if you're rightfully owed that bread and your parent took it from you, trust me, I know about a motherfucker taking money from me. That's my parent. But whatever.
Boy, that's another story. We ain't even gonna get in on that today.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's
all day that shit, Carlos.
Hey, my motherfucking feet was numb from shoveling motherfucking snow. Hands about to fall off. Nigga, I done made a good hun bun today. No, give me that. You don't know what to do with no money. Never mind. Go ahead, Stacks. My bad.
Hey.
All I'm gonna say is this, man. I know about a parent taking your money that rightfully don't belong to them.
Yeah, but you ain't.
My pops left me a little change after he died, and it was taken from me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So therefore, I can understand that. But what do you do? How do you handle that? The civilized way. You can't go beating up.
You don't handle it 20 years later.
Well, you know what? Oh, I was right. Hey, Carlos, I almost got us in trouble. All right, let's move on.
Wait a minute. One more thing. Because I do want to touch on one thing. I do want to touch on one thing, though. Like, I understand it's a two big ass raccoons.
Dang it. None of sir, focus.
Close your window, sir. Close your window, sir. Close your window, sir. Close your window, sir.
Yo, the look
they come right up. They be right. They be right on the show.
Bro,
hello.
Look. Can y'all see them?
Oh yeah, they be right on the show. Hello.
No, one thing I wanted to touch on though, for real though, is like I understand what you're saying about what I'm saying, out that shit. But certain shit, I don't agree with outing. Like when it comes to shit like that, like. You handle that shit. If you gonna handle it civilly, handle it in court. You don't go crying on social media trying to get, what I'm saying, everybody in on that shit. Yeah. Like, yeah, when you go to court, that shit is gonna be outed anyway. But My thing is, how you gonna go crying on social media and then take him to court?
Yeah.
When you could have just beat his ass and then took him to court. You could have asked for your money. He got slick, beat his ass, call a lawyer.
All right. Well, as you can see, they ain't gonna have no good Christmas. So,
I think they'd be fine, sir.
I'm just trying to figure out at what point it was like, yo, I need to take this to social media. People need to know who you really is. Like you could have. And the crazy thing is, it was a point that Master P was down. Well, at least I thought he was down, but he was out the picture. I ain't gonna say he was down. He was out the picture. And 2007, 2008, he came out with that corny ass movie and shit like that. That was a good time to kick his ass while he was down. You know what I mean? Even Bow Wow had the fucking song, 18 making more than your dad. You know what I mean? Like there was times, you understand, where that shit could have been safe. Obviously, you was cool with it. That's all I'm saying. Let's get on to the next thing, Sam.
So holiday season. That's one of the most stressful times for me, yo. I swear to God, I hate the holiday seasons from Thanksgiving when I know Thanksgiving is coming up. Just to Christmas, just tired. I have a real big family, and we grew up big on family, family oriented. And I think as my grandmother passed, shit just slowly trickling downhill, and everything started falling apart. And I just hate the holidays. It's always money. Let's go here. Let's buy this. Let's do that. I want this. I want that. And that's normal shit. You know what I mean? Now y'all know I got a bunch of kids, so that times that.
That's why I would think that you would have that shit organized by now. To be honest with you. And I don't mean that you're gonna have it perfectly down pat, but organized like
ain't shit.
Like okay, for example.
You can't put nothing in order, ain't shit in life. Nothing on life stays.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Hear me out.
Bills are the only thing that you can predict.
Sir, what I'm trying to let me explain.
Hold on, I say tell me the bill, let you explain. What the fuck is this? I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
It's crazy today. You know what? We gotta start having good conversations when the fucking Ravens win. That's the only time you know. All right, let me get that out the way. But look, like certain things you just want to get out the way, immediately. Like every year school comes up, so you got to get them back to school clothes and books, book bags, because they always broke a fucking book bag. You're always gonna do 2-3 book bags a fucking year per kid, so you got to get all that shit together. Then right after you've done that, now you better start going Christmas shopping slowly, because that shit is coming. No. All right, you can say what you want, but you better start taking pen and paper, put shit down. Better go start going Christmas shopping slowly, or at least have some money saved for it. One or the other. And you do Thanksgiving at your crib, so you better start getting the essentials for Thanksgiving in September.
Shit. Do Thanksgiving in my crib.
You show up to somebody else's house with all them kids?
Yeah.
That's a good fucking family. You showing up with a squad like that to somebody else's house?
Bro, everybody know, if you come to my house, you got a 2-kid limit. You better bring your 2 favorites. You got a 2-kid limit.
Sir.
Yo, he is dead.
Hey, and one of them better be able to watch the other one.
Wait,
yo, this motherfucker ain't shit, boy.
It makes sense.
You got a 2-kid limit. Listen, I'm all for everybody coming to my house. I got a big ass house. Yeah, cool. Y'all can spend the night. All that. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I'm not gonna have is a bunch of motherfucking kids in my house, bro. My house is not kid friendly. Do you know how many guns I got in my house?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I mean, like everywhere, like you go to the bathroom, there's a gun in the bathroom?
Yes.
So you was on that Kevin Hart shit just in case Buffalo
Yeah.
Bobby went
When that came out, I knew that was a goal of mine.
Listen, fuck Carlos. Back to what I was saying.
That's what I'm looking for.
The shit just been going downhill year after year. And sometimes it's hard to struggle. Like this year has been real rough. Like I feel real depressed and shit all the time. But it is what it is.
Can you fix it?
Hey, you are depressing yourself, sir, for no reason.
Right. Because I be wanting to know, can you fix it?
Like, no, it's not even that. Like, yo, I knew for a fact that when I lived with my grandmother, that it was Christmas wasn't December. Christmas was income tax for me. So I had to wait a month and some change late. But that's what it was. So, like, I wasn't tripping off of, oh, yeah, y'all get y'all shit cool. Mine's is in February. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it was with us.
Wait, time out. Go back to the part where I'm stressing myself.
Yeah, you're stressing yourself out. Because I feel like a lot of parents, not you, but a lot of parents are trying to keep up with, okay, your kid wants this, your kid wants this, your kid wants this. I need to get this, I need to get this, I need to get this.
Bro, we don't do like that in this fucking house.
I didn't get shit until report cards came out. And the fucked up part about that is, report cards came out right after Christmas break. But you know what's also within Christmas break? My fucking birthday. So all my shit got held until, So my report card come out and it's fucked up anyway. I didn't get shit anyway. So don't give a fuck. Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something. My wife made me wrap the gifts that I bought her. Well, some of them. Some of them she wanted because the boxes was coming to the house. I wasn't there. And the last shit I got her, she wanted me to wrap for her, which is fine. I don't really give a fuck. I'd rather just give it to her. But she wanted me to wrap them. So I did. She wrapped my gifts. I know at least what one of my gifts is. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of excited to see what the rest of them is. But for the most part, I don't give a fuck about no Christmas.
Let me explain something to you about wrapping paper, okay?
Again, I think y'all are missing a whole shit.
Let me explain something to you about wrapping paper, okay?
Fuck wrapping paper.
That wrapping paper, all right? That ain't nothing but a fucking cleanup, okay? Fuck that. No. You better get gift bags. It ain't no kids in your house, so I understand you. But when you got kids, I did that shit up all night, wrapping gifts for them to rip that bitch like Hulk Hogan. The fuck out of here! All right, I put this shit in the bag. Got your name on it. Open the bag. You don't
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Their name was in there. Rah! They just ripping shit open. They ain't got their fucking name on it. Did you read the fucking name? That wasn't my name. No, like the fuck.
So ripping shit. Do Santa Claus drop off gift bags?
No, but Dennis do. Do you want to get from Dennis?
I got a question.
Fuck out of here. Do Santa Claus drop off gift bags? Have you seen fucking Santa Claus? Let me ask you that. Has Santa Claus been in your crib?
Yeah, yes. Because I have a 7-year-old. Yes, Santa Claus do. He has been, motherfucker. So don't be.
Let me tell you something. I told my daughter at 4.
No, we're not doing that here.
If you want that shit off there, I wish I would give some credit to a white man in a beard. Fuck out of here.
Daddy, it's a time and a place for everything.
I got something for Santa Claus ass. He in my house. I got something for Santa Claus ass.
There's a time and a place for everything.
Nah. My grandma looked me in my face and said, if you think I'm going to work all this goddamn overtime, busting my ass to get you all of the shit you want, and I'm going to give credit to some white dude coming down the chimney in the projects, and we don't have a fucking fireplace, you are out of your goddamn mind. What you going to do, come through the radiator? Fuck out of here.
Who is this? What Facebook user? Who is that? Disagreeing with me. What is that, Reese?
I think it's Sharice. It was Sharice.
Hey, y'all want to hear something funny? A side note, right? A sidebar. So I just got some DoorDash dropped off. Yeah, it's some bullshit for sure. I just got some DoorDash dropped off at my truck, right? So the dude,
he just gave it to him through the window. He just gave it to him through the window.
Yeah, DoorDash. Listen, the dude got out the car and the lady was in the passenger seat with her phone videotaping me.
You should have turned the high beams on. Ask what's up. Probably she was worried. You in the woods and shit in a big ass truck getting food delivered.
I'm for sure in the woods. I'm
Yeah,
for
she
sure back here.
want to make sure
Right,
he got back home.
that's probably why she videotaped just in case she's gonna rob his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In a truck.
I
I
want
am
to
in an
ask a
18.
question.
I am in an 18-wheeler. The trailer and the truck has the company name on it.
That don't mean,
Sir,
listen.
sir. Obviously, that's not his first time getting robbed. Okay, let's get that out of the way.
If you've
That's
been
why he
robbed,
brought her along.
if you've been robbed and you don't have a gun, you want to get robbed again.
Everybody, sir, again, y'all
let's get to the point. That's all right. Let's try to de-stress the situation with samzSportz. Let's just try to de-stress.
It's no de-stressing. Y'all looking at it as, I guess, in Christmas eyes. It's not a Christmas.
No. I'm looking at it as Thanksgiving as well, and I'm looking at it because you also got, I think, 3 kids' birthdays during that same time, right?
I got my 2, my niece, my sister, not really my mother. She's November.
What's up, bro?
Here, man.
What? Delivering to a truck?
It's like a house. I guess this is a house.
Hey, it is.
Mute him. Okay. So it's a combination of things, and it's just working. But yeah,
is the money part the stress part?
Money is always the stress part. What do you mean? It's never enough of that shit.
Well, I mean, has it ever been to a point that you have like, all right, listen, I got $2,500 for Christmas this year, or for the holidays. Fuck, I got $2,500 for the holidays this year.
I got $350.
Is that enough? Let me ask you something. Is that enough?
I got $350.
$350.
Log out, Dennis. So, past that part because past that part. Let's fast forward.
Back in the day, moms used to make that 350 stretch.
Fucking serious, I got.
Hey, better go get 7 Goodfella boxes and wrap up each present in them Goodfella boxes separately. Goddamn it!
Get some $30-$40 gift cards. What?
Grandma used to hit me. You could get one.
So all right, so you have a limit on how much money you spending. So if you got $500, you good.
Oh, who, me? Yeah, I'm straight. You gonna get what you gonna get.
I'm talking about with that number, not you. I'm talking about like to take care of the holidays for the family. If you got $500, you good.
Yeah.
I don't know what that meant. I don't know what that meant. Oh, you scared to say it out loud? I'm gonna get you a T-shirt that say FTK one. No. When they ask you what that means, you just look at it.
I don't really. I try my best not to live outside my means. But yeah, everything be straight, everything be taken care of. It's just I just hate the holidays. Like it's just not fun. The family ain't really together no more, so it's not really fun. My mother got on my nerves the other day. Like they had a party planned to come to my house. And I found out it the day of, and then somebody was supposed to get chicken, and then she was like, "Well, I didn't know chicken was that much." And then it was like, "Well, let such and such pay for it because he always ducking." Time the fuck out. Wait a minute, ducking what? Y'all made this for what the fuck? But that's a whole other story. But fast forward.
If you're playing a party for my house, I'm not paying for shit because I'm hosting.
Sir, relax. Sir, calm down, sir.
So, I get the problem. Your family don't communicate since your grandmother passed away.
Huh?
Your family don't communicate since your grandmother passed away. Like she was the rock.
Some people still communicate. Some people don't.
I ain't saying that they don't communicate.
No. I'm literally saying some people.
No. What I'm trying to say is they can't plan shit or organize shit since the rock has passed away. That's what I'm trying to say.
Some people communicate.
No. I'm talking about as a family. Not some people.
Do.
We ain't talking about doing.
Right.
We ain't talking about me and you going somewhere, and I'm your cousin. You my cousin. Me and you go somewhere. Oh yeah, we did some family shit. No, nigga, I'm talking about as a family. Like, can y'all sit there and say, yo, we going to the park this week up on 52nd Street? I know it ain't no 52nd Street Park in Baltimore. Don't quote me on that, but Wherever the park is in Baltimore that y'all usually go to.
Some people communicate. Some people make plans.
They're gonna have a picnic. They're gonna have a family picnic at Druid Hill.
Family. That's what you keep
listen to me, Dennis. Listen, just shut the fuck up. Some people communicate. Some people make plans, and them plans they make, they communicate with the people they want to communicate with.
I got that part,
and that's how it go. That's it. That's all. I got some people I can talk to in 3 years that we wouldn't have went fucking 3 days without talking. But
so again, all right, so and how long your grandma been passed away?
Says it's 16.
Yeah, so that's what it's been. So the Rock has left, and ain't nobody take over that spot to be the Rock. I think it's supposed to be you, sir.
No, I tried.
I know you're saying that's a lot of pressure.
I tried. I got tired of people's shit, so I was like, you know what? Nope. I lost all patience dealing with adults. I just deal with the kids now. I ain't got time.
Yeah, the next generation is better.
Maybe.
You act like sometimes you act like you don't want to deal with them.
Reese, I don't know what it is, Reese. But
who the fuck is Reese? So I have a question. And as we see, a lot of people are committing suicide allegedly. A lot of people are taking their lives. It's a lot of happy people that you won't even really pay attention to. You know what I mean? Out here doing shout out to Coach Kevin. If you were having a bad day, who was your 911 that you would call?
My wife.
Besides my mom and dad, I'd say my sister.
Got nothing for you, brother.
You can call me.
My man.
Hey, dog, hold up. You ain't got nobody to call if you got a bad day, dog?
I'm the person everybody else calls.
Hey, dog, you want to call somebody, dog? You gotta get that shit off your chest, dog. I'm serious.
Who saved
you could, dog, dead serious, dog. You could call me, dog. Dead serious. You call me, dog.
Like,
you gotta get that
today, like no bullshit.
I don't want to hear no stories about you.
Today, no bullshit. My cousin, like this. You might as well call him. He's like my son. Like I pretty much raised him. He's having a fucking panic attack in his bathroom. Calls me. I'm like, why the fuck you sound like that? This is today. He's like, yo, I can't breathe. Like I've never heard him sound like this. I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's like, yo, I'm having a panic attack. How the fuck long you been having these? Since I was 18. He's 24 now. I'm like, wait, have you told anybody about this? Nah. Why? He's like, because nobody wants to listen. I'm like, nigga, you know you can always call me. Like, I'm always here. But then he started running down what was going on in his life. And it's just like no shade toward the whole mentoring program. Like I understand, like you got to catch them early, but like, where's that place for the people who are just out of high school, but are like still,
still trying to find it.
Yeah, trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Is that Job Corps?
No. Hell no. Hell no.
Like,
I'm sorry. Let me retract. Hold up, real quick. Let me retract my statement. The opinions that are expressed by me are not those of the What's Next podcast or the samzSportz Network. Continue.
So, like at 24, when I think back when I was 24, bro, totally different person. Like I didn't really get to the point where I got my head on straight until I was damn near 29, 30. And then he starts running down what's going on. Like he just has a new son. Like he has his high school diploma. He doesn't want to go to college because he has his son. He doesn't want to fucking put himself in debt. And I'm like, the only really thing that's left out here is the streets of the military.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, like I'm telling you, it's like
he could go to community college.
he does like that's his thing.
So,
like he
so
doesn't.
what he's saying is
He's overwhelmed. It's too much going on.
Just life just slapped the shit out of him, and he's smart enough to understand that he can't go left or right without this. But
now, let me tell you how Black society does this shit and how my white friends do things different. With his parents, they believe that whole at the 18 you got to figure it out, get the fuck out of my house. So now he's like living with his baby moms, and he's still like now he feels the pressure of being a man, but he's not really a man yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta provide for this. I gotta provide for my son, but like I ain't really got shit going. And it's just like, yo, he is in just. I've been there. Like, yo,
listen, I'm trying to tell you some real.
I've been there, and that shit is a scary thing. Like, and it started like his mannerisms and his tone started going to a dark place, and I know what that shit is. So now it's like I'm constantly checking up on him. I've called him like 3 times since he's called me this morning with the whole panic attack thing, because he's sounding like.
And right now, everybody.
Yeah, everybody
a fucking target.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's either that or I'm the target.
I mean,
like
not in that aspect. So I don't look at it in that aspect. I look at it as now you have to come up with $2,000 a month. It's no question of it now. You know what I mean? Like it's no failing no more. So if they cut your hours after Christmas, cool. Somebody got some money out here. Are you going to go and find that next job, sir? Listen. So stop throwing shit out the fucking window, sir. You are a distraction right now. But it's you work or you don't eat.
We see who didn't get no cutty last night.
It's so much. It's so much shit that can go wrong versus the things that could go right.
Yeah, like what do you do? I didn't have the answer for him because I'm like, yo, I didn't figure my shit out.
It's no answer. You just gotta wake up tomorrow morning and put both of your shoes on and start moving forward. Next day, get some rest, get up and do it the same damn thing.
But that you gotta understand though, that's coming from a place of already been through shit like that. Yeah. Like when you first starting to go through that shit, we didn't know what the fuck to do, bro. I know I didn't. I didn't know what the fuck to do. So that opinion is based on already growing up and being able to work through the shit you already been through.
100%. And that's why
your way of doing shit may not work for the next person. That's your map.
And that's exactly why he called Stacks, because he didn't know. And the only person he could think to call was Stacks. Now, Stacks, listen to me, Stacks. We be having a lot of shit on our plate. There are certain people call us, we can't tell them no. You know what I mean? So all your issues that you're dealing with, you got to sit them to the side to step up and help the next person. No, and that's what makes you great, sir. And that's what makes you great, sir.
Now, because one of my favorite actors growing up was Robin Williams, right? And he's had this quote where, like, the shit was dark back then, and I didn't really understand it, but now, like, I get what he's saying now. He was like, I'd rather make people laugh so I won't cry. So it's like, I'd rather help the next person out so I don't have to deal with my shit.
Or, one thing my wife has pointed out about me is that when shit start getting rough, I make a joke. When shit get uncomfortable, I make a joke.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the shit's funny. Because it's like, how much more rain can come? Like, this shit's hilarious.
Fuck it. I'm going to make a joke. Because this shit is uncomfortable and I don't want to deal with that. So I feel what Robin Williams was saying on that one.
So, like, now I'm trying to figure out shit with him. And I'm like, he's looking like, the only thing that's really out here is the drug game or the military for him. And, like, what kind of shit is that to say, bro? Like, but it's the truth.
No, it's not.
I wouldn't want him to go to neither one of them.
I don't either.
That is not the only thing out here. He can get a work from home job. It's plenty of jobs right now that'll pay you to work from home. And when you get cold at that shit, I know motherfuckers right now that got 3 work from home jobs. These niggas got 3 laptops sitting in front of them right now. And they working all 3 jobs. So the dope game.
I need that type of work from home job.
What, 3 different ones? You want 3 different work from home jobs, Dennis?
And then he fucking shit. All right, so back to the 911 emergency. Like, who was your reason? I have a lot of people in my corner, but when I think about it, I think about it as who's guaranteed to answer the phone, who's guaranteed to listen to you. You know what I mean? Like, if I call you at 2:00 in the afternoon, I'm not gonna call somebody that's at work because you can't talk to me. You know what I mean? That makes sense?
No, because I know somebody who you'll call at 2:00 in the fucking afternoon.
Well, you got the headset on, sir. You got the headset on, and you on the road. I can't call Stacks because you don't know where Stacks at. Stacks could be in the middle of saving somebody's life.
But the thing is, give me 10, 15 minutes. I'm definitely calling you back.
That part. So you have them people. You got the people that give me an hour.
But actually call back though.
100%.
Oh yeah, no, I'm calling back.
So even to the aspect of my wife, like sometimes I call her and at work and she talking to the people in the background because she's at her fucking job, and sometimes it irritates the shit out of me because I just want to have a conversation. But again, she's at work. I gotta respect the fact that you're at work. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I need a minute, but I mean,
I deal with that too because even though my wife is my 911. Even though my wife is my 911, I definitely understand where you're coming from with that because a lot of times she is at work, and a lot of times when I'm having a 911 moment, she is deep in the throes of whatever the fuck it is that she is doing at that moment and don't have that moment. But if I'm just patient, and even though I'm going through something at the moment, if I'm just patient for a second, she called me right back.
And another thing with me is the fact that if I'm at work and you call me, I'm obligated to answer if it's a mental health crisis because I'm a healthcare professional, mental health included. So therefore, like that, my job could never fire me for that shit. If I say, yo, my homeboy just called because he's going through it, he's depressed, so on and so forth, that's my job. I'm supposed to do that.
So let me ask you, Stacks, what got you into being you're a paramedic, right?
Yes, sir.
What got you doing that? Like, what made you decide that you wanted to be a paramedic one day?
I was watching Night Watch one night.
That's my shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Fun. And then I just like, yo, let me just look this shit up on Indeed. I looked it up on Indeed. They was like, yo, we'll pay you to come to class. I didn't know it was such a big shortage. Like, yo, there's a crazy shortage. Like, yeah, yo, you need to start like telling kids, like, yo, you may want to look into this. But it's such a shortage.
They just shut down a lot of fire stations down here and shit.
Yo, so they was like, yo, we'll pay you to come to class, we'll pay for everything. We just need you to do a year here. And I just ended up staying.
So how long has it been there?
2 years.
So you were like in the city or like outside the county?
No, I'm in Syracuse.
Oh, so I've never been to Syracuse. So is that like Jersey?
That's the hood. There's no nice side of Syracuse. Like none. There's the college, and then there's the hood around the college everywhere. So
you work in the hood. So you see the
gunshots, stabs, rapes, fucking everything, bro. Overdoses, like nigga, it's just real out here. Nigga,
So did you see that thing when that cop did the traffic stop and she overdosed?
Yeah, I heard about it.
That shit was crazy.
Yo, fentanyl's that potent, bro.
Yeah, and they were showing like it was nothing, and the window was down. And she was outside, and they had to hit her with 3 Narcans.
That's her first double, but that's her first exposure to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if you ain't never did heroin before,
No.
and then a motherfucker hit you with some shit that they're used to, nigga, you gonna OD regardless. So you got some lady, small at that. She looked like she's about 5'2". You know what I'm saying? She got a whiff of fentanyl. That shit put her on her ass.
That shit was crazy, man. I saw that video. I was like, "Ooh."
Salute to you, my boy, because I couldn't do it.
I do that shit all the time, bro.
I'll probably what, you do fentanyl all the time?
No, I'm
all right,
not
Daddy.
people all the
All
time.
right, so thank y'all for watching. What is this shit? Carlos, you gotta chill. You got to chill, yo. Like,
Man.
No, but if I worked on an ambulance, bro, I'd be strapped up every day. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, yo, the only people we have problems with is the police and motherfuckers who just wake up from Narcan. Oh, nigga, I done been in 3 fights with police. Fist fights, me and my partner.
With the police?
Yeah. So
they called you.
No.
No, dispatch called them.
Yo, so police seem to think, not all, but some, and I don't want to sound, I'm not going to say that, but what I will say is that there are certain police officers who like their job a little too much.
Right. They think what they got to do is more important than what you got to do.
Yeah, so if you're handcuffing someone and putting them face down, but I can hear them fucking exasperating breaths, meaning they're fucking choking on something, get the fuck out of my way. Like, let me clear out the airway, because that's what I do. That's my specialty. I'm an ALS, airway technician. So, like, I can tell, okay, he's gargling on something, he's overdosing. Why the fuck are you handcuffing him? Why? What's the point? He's not doing anything. He's turning blue, sir. Do you see him? You see him turning blue? No? You want to take the handcuffs off? And then it's gotten to a point where then the cop would be like, oh, shut the... You know how cops get. And then I had to remind them, like, yo, you know we both civil service agents? Like, I will beat you the fuck up here and just get paperwork. I will not go to jail. And then, you know, my partner, I'm not going to name him, but my partner would be like, yo, and if he's swinging on you, I'm swinging on you, because that's just how we ride. Like,
facts.
Like, we done been pepper spray, bro. That shit's been real, man.
And then I see the same person the next day.
No cat.
How about them Jets, man?
No cat. I asked him, like, how your jaw feel today? Like, it hurt yesterday, didn't it?
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I was so distraught when the Jets lost to the Lions, dog. They let the fucking clock run out, bro.
Yep. Bad coaching.
Well, the Jets are doing better than the Ravens, so I mean, what the fuck? At least y'all stand in some of these games. Like, we just ain't even showing up and shit. No.
Y'all got the new stadium blues.
No, we ain't got a new stadium though. Fuck. Shit. All right. That's all I got. Unless add something. Oh, so I did get in contact with the lady, and I did get this hoodie done today. I just got it like 5:00. So, I gave her some more. So we're trying to get some stuff done. So, if y'all want a hoodie, we do have some t-shirts and hoodies. They different sizes. Different.
Get fat people sizes, bro.
Please, thank you.
And I ain't talking about 3X. I'm talking.
All right, and we are getting some other hoodies and some t-shirts, and you know what I mean. Like, I'm trying to talk here, trying to be professional. I like people pointing their finger at me while they're eating chicken bones and shit. Fuck.
And I ain't talking about 3X, nigga.
That shit wild.
They say big and tall, nigga. I need bigger and taller.
Well, this is what you do. Order a hoodie, send it to me. Problem solved.
You gonna pay for the shipping?
No. You got a truck. Dry that shit here. Fuck. I do got some shit lined up though that we're gonna talk about later on though. For next year, early next year. But yes.
Next year we having a Christmas party. Staff Christmas party. So next year we're gonna have a staff Christmas party.
Oh shit.
I'm with that. I've been told Sam we need to do a live show, man.
Sir.
He's scared.
I'm not scared because you definitely said July the 1st. July the 1st came and fucking went. You ain't mentioned that shit. You ain't.
Because I was waiting on you to say something.
You wasn't waiting on shit. You don't sit around and wait on nobody. Nothing for you. Don't even sit here and lie to me like that. Like, fuck, I don't know who the fuck you is. But check on what the fuck is his name? Sheenan. No, it's not his fucking name.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, all right. Shit. What the fuck is his name?
I'm not gonna say his name live on air, sir.
No, not the name that we knew him by. This was his real fucking name.
Right. I'm not gonna say his name live on air, bro.
All right, sir. Just make sure you check on him. But yeah. What's next podcast? Thank you for watching. Thank you for the people who tuned in. Shout out to Level Up. Shout out to Sharon, Tisha, Simone, Sharice, Coach Kevin. It was another person that commented too.
My wife.
Yes. Mrs. Tyner.
No, the nigga can't read, so that's the best he can do.
It was another person. I seen another name. All right. Well, don't worry about it. In my best Dennis force. God bless and good night.